Hello, my name is Harriton Watco. Welcome to our program. Our topic, liar, liar, pants on fire. Now, that's a direct reference to the people in this administration. I am being critical simply because I'm saying it 1 week in advance because, again, more lies will be promoted and it'll be said, and there's going to be, in that sauna, everyone's going to keep clapping for all these fictitious promises and failures that have actually hit our faces. We've got an issue when we call savings. Ngayon, pinagmamalaki po ng Presidente at saka mga ahensya, mas lalo nito sa DPWH, ang daming savings. Sa bagay, ganun din naman sa DOTC, ganun naman sa halos dami ng, sa mga ahensya ng gobyerno. Pero ang problema po, saan kaya napupunta ang savings? Hindi naman pwedeng cross-alignment yan. Pinagbawalan na po yan ng konstitusyon. Pero pinipilit pa rin po ng gobyerno nito maraming savings. Ang savings ba talagang savings or strategic management of figures? So in other words, dinuduktor, gaya nga sinabi namin sa first part of this show? Or talagang gimmick lang yan para palabasin, para magamit sa iba? Bakit? Para sa eleksyon? Sana kung mahuli lang man natin. Ang problema, do we have the institutions in government that will go after the graft and the corrupt? Can we actually go after these grafters? That's another issue. Now, last week, from what we understand, there's been another accident again on the Skyway. Again, another car seems to have gone over. And again, they've come up and they've asked the question, especially media. And they called out to our guest, Rick Ramos, who's a columnist at the Manila Times, who's come up with a number of issues. The difference with Ramos is he actually takes note of what these people in government promise and what they claim. And then from there, find out. And this is what happens when there are problems and we are made to actually swallow these issues that are fallacies. Alam niyo po, pag nahuli na natin ang magnanakaw, tsaka nagsisinungaling sa paligid natin, kayo ba naniniwala pa rin? Kung hindi, bakit kaya ang dami pa rin naniniwala dito sa Yellow Army? Kung obvious na. Kung hindi sa bigas, sa airport, sa MRT, sa DPWH, miski sa PhilHealth ngayon, sa agrikultura, walang tigil po eh. And then nagyayabang sila, ang lakas po ng ekonomiya natin. Sumisigaw ang pobre. Sinasabi nila, wala nangyayari sa buhay nila. Alam niyo po, ang Pilipinas ay napakayaman. Ang problema, tama nga sabi ni Rick, maling pagsalita ko nun. Mayaman ang Pilipinas, kaya lang meron tayong pobre. Ba't kaya? Kasi mayaman ng politiko. Rick, last week there was an accident and the media is calling out to you again because you wrote a piece which saw broadsheet time on the Inquirer, correct? This time, the Philippine Daily Inquirer. And I saw your pictures because you showed me this article some 5 months ago. You were there standing, measuring the height of the rails of the Skyway. Now, this week, we saw another problem, another accident, and another car falling through. So, obviously, the Skyway is a death trap. It is a Skyway where you pay astronomical fees to go on, only to be taken off the road. Now, what is this issue with the Skyway? I know you've already said that, one, undersized, under height. Pero ano nangyari? Di ba sabi ng Presidente, titignan niya yan?
Actually, yung binanggit ng Presidente was actually in relation to the accidents in the Cordillera Highlands.
Okay.
May mga 3 buses na nahulog.
Nalaglag.
This was sometime in February. And then Malacanang issued a statement saying that the President will call on all the government agencies concerned to discuss,
lot of stakeholders.
Okay. But what happened was, as usual, President Aquino did not meet with anybody.
Until today, wala pa rin.
Until today, wala. Okay. Ngayon naman, dito sa Skyway, the background there is sometime December 16 in 2013.
2 years
there was
ago.
the Don Mariano.
Yung bumagsak
transit.
sa may sukat.
Yeah, 21 persons were killed.
Jesus.
Okay? That was December. And then sometime in February and March, sunod-sunod yung mga nahuhulog. No? That's why the Inquirer came up with the story and they attributed the story to me in my capacity as Executive Director of InfraWatch. What I told them, basically the issue there is that the safety barriers are not strong enough and they are not tall enough. Right now, if you look at the height of it, okay, the height of the barrier, okay, you start from the surface, then you measure the curve.
Okay.
Yung curve, mga 8 inches lang yan, o 200 mm. And then you have what you call the reinforced concrete wall. You call that the rampart. That's only 400 mm or
Meters,
16 inches. So if you add that, that's only 600 millimeters or 24 inches. Masyadong mababa yun.
Masyadong mababa. Pero may rail guard pa sa taas nun.
Yung rail guard doon is another 400
Yung
millimeters
bakal.
or 16.
So 8 inches na naman.
That's another 16. Kaya ang total
16.
height doon is 1 meter.
Okay.
Kaya lang, what is important there is the concrete rampart.
Hindi yung rail guard.
Wala. Kasi if you look at even the picture of the Mitsubishi Strada 2 weeks ago, yung muntik na nahulog na nagahang doon. What really stopped it from falling was the concrete. Yung metal rail guards, sira talaga. So, okay, if you look at the expressway in the Philippines, other countries around the world, okay, you have the concrete barriers in the middle, right? The idea of the concept of the concrete
to separate
barrier,
both sides.
Yeah, tsaka pag if there's an accident,
Hindi
it
tatalon.
will not go on the other side.
Correct.
If you look at the height, okay, of this one, this is at least 1 meter high or higher. Okay, so that's interesting. That's at great level. And yet, if you look at the Skyway, which is several stories high, okay, the height of the concrete in sa rampart is only 600 or just about 1/2 of what is there at the grade level. So what I'm saying now, the height of this concrete, reinforced concrete wall should be at least 1 meter, and then you can add the
Pero
metal
di ba
rail guard.
private yan? That was done by Tutut Suharto in the old days. And then now it went to MVP, di ba? They bought the project. Yung project na yan, private, ba't di na lang sinabihan ng gobyerno? Saan bumabagsak po yan? DOTC
Actually,
o sa DPWH?
The government agency governing that is the Toll Regulatory Board,
Toll Regulatory.
which is under the DPWH.
Hindi DOTC. So, DPWH.
Yes.
So, policy and DTWH.
Sila. But what happened with that accident last year, and this came out in the Inquirer of March 5, 2014, the government agencies concerned, TRB, Toll Regulatory Board, DPWH, they promised that they will have a meeting to address the issue.
Nagka-meeting ba?
The same thing that Malacanang promised with President Aquino for the accidents in the Cordilleras nung nahuhulog yun. But they never met.
What is it? Is it maybe it's just the people around the president who are incompetent? Or kasama na rin presidente doon?
Nakakapagtaka nga nun halimbawa, the governing body there that regulates the expressway is a Toll Regulatory Board. And I was surprised, all of the sudden, there was this person who surfaced as an instant safety consultant ng TRB. He was the head of the LTO, LTFRB, tsaka
spokesperson,
DOTC undersecretary during the time of GMA, out from nowhere. And then he was the one who issued a statement that the safety barriers, the height and everything, conforms to international standard. And yet, he could not even say, what are these international standards? But what is interesting, government officials were singing the same chorus, pare-pareho yung kinakanta nila.
Na okay lahat yan, tama yan.
Na international standards. So you have this guy, the instant safety consultant of TRB, DPWH saying the same thing, the presidential spokesman saying the same thing, the MMDA chairman, yun ang sinasabi. And then they're even blaming the drivers for the accident.
Baka naman ikaw nagkakamali. How can they all be wrong and you're right? How do you prove that you are correct? Based on what? No, I'm just saying because there's 4 of them and they all have these titles given to them by the administration. Hindi kaya si Ramos naman ata nagkakamali. Anong pinagmamalaki ni Ramos? Parang gano'n.
Sana nga mali ako Ang problema, tama ako. Kasi
on what basis yan?
In April 2011, we at InfraWatch wrote to Secretary Singson asking him exactly, what are the standards of the guardrails for all of this, for the Skyway, for the what they call the flyovers and bridges. We asked Secretary Singson, and he could not give an answer. Ang sagot niya lang was a reference. There was no standards. Ang sabi niya, This is the 2002 AAHSTO 17th edition. Di ba? Ang ibig sabihin ng AAHSTO is the American Association of Highway State Transportation Officials.
Yun pala ibig sabihin nun.
So, in the first place, that's not even international, it's just American.
So what did you do? You checked on that very same reference?
Wala naman eh.
Walang ganon.
And then sinabi ko meron nun, pero ang tanong, pag standards, ano ba? Kano kataas ba yung concrete wall? Kano kataas pa? Wala naman eh. We asked them. And that was what? 4 years ago. Until today, they cannot. What happened then, yun lang ang sinabi nila. It conforms with international standards. Huh?
But it's bogus because but there is an international standard. We don't know.
You know why? At the Skyway, they're not even following any standard. Why? If you look at the height, I mentioned the 1 meter.
Yes.
Right? Going here for this interview, when you go down at the ramp of Amorsolo,
going down.
it's 1.2. Hindi
Okay.
na 1. Tumaas kasi yung rampart niya, yung reinforced concrete, it went higher from 400 mm, 16.
So that's better. That's better.
That's better. And then if you go down at the ramp in Resort World, it's higher at 1.5.
Ba,
So my point is, what standard are we talking about?
bahala ka na, gano'ng kataas mo gusto.
Oo.
Sumobra semento natin, taasan natin ng konti. Parang gano'n.
No, sumobra yung hollow blocks.
Sumobra halo. Lagay na natin, dyan na yan, abala pa yan. But there is no known standard. You said 1 meter should be the
It
standard.
should be at least a standard because the 1 meter is already being used. Okay? Even here in the expressways. Yung median,
sa
the one I
gitna.
was telling you, or even in North America, you use it.
1 meter.
Yeah. In fact, there's what they call the Ontario Tall Wall. The Ontario Tall Wall is 44 inches, which is about 1.1 meter. That came out in the late 60s.
Is that the reason why these cars are falling off the road, or they're just stupid drivers who just want to leap to their deaths?
It's not an issue of overspeeding. Because you can be traveling between 80 to 100 kilometers per hour,
Okay.
which is not overspeeding, but there can always be accidents, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
when accidents occur,
Keep them on the road.
the purpose of the safety barrier is that for them to keep them from falling.
Kaninong fault dapat yan? Dun sa toll operator o DPWH government?
Yung dapat nga sa Toll Regulatory Board under the DPWH.
And they're washing their hands.
Wala, sinisisi nga yung driver
Okay.
That's their statement.
Rick, in about a week's time, we are going to hear again the president. He's going to probably give another 2-hour-long talk without taking a breath, coughing in between, sometimes a bit of water, but in a hurry to try and finish his speech in a language very difficult to understand because even the Tagalog, miskin Tagalog niya, talagang minsan nahihirapan talaga po ako. Ewan ko ba't napakahirap intindihin at napakabilis ang, parang nagmamadali Now, what do you expect this time?
Well, more of the same. More lies. Kasi nga, di ba? I mean,
So tama ang topic ko.
Yeah.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
I mean, this president has such brazen temerity, to be saying all of this. The mental dishonesty, the gall of this person. The one I was telling you earlier.
Yes,
the claim
yes.
that they're planting 1 billion trees.
Explain that part. How is that even possible? When did he say? He said that in the last SONA.
I'm not sure if it's this SONA or the previous one.
So 1 billion trees, seeds.
Yeah,
Sige.
and if you're looking at per tree, you need about 20 square meters, if not more, right? Per tree.
Maliit
So,
nga yung 20 square
sabihin na natin 20 na lang. Kasi, kung sabihin natin 30 square meters. At 30 square meters, if you have 1 billion trees, you need 3 million hectares. 3
Tama.
million hectares is a
Straight
total land.
arithmetic.
3 million hectares is a total land area of the Philippines. Di pati itong opisina mo, tinanim mo na ng puno.
So hindi talaga pwede. Brazen lie na naman. Ano yan? Ayaw nila mag-aral, pag-aralan kung anong sinasabi nila. Ang tingin nila sa taong bayan, bobo.
Hindi, yung nag-feed kay Pangulong Aquino, ang tingin nila, siya yung bobo. Kahit ano sabihin nila, sasabihin niya. Maski sabihin sa kanya, halimbawa ng DPWH, sabi niya,
Save siya, no? Ganito, ganyan.
Sabihin sa kanya, sir, alam niyo ba ho na, in 1 mile, there's 3.3 kilometers?
Baka maniwala.
2.2 pala.
Oo,
Hindi niya alam. Sabihin, sir, Alam niyo ba na there are 5 liters in 1 gallon? 4 liters. Walang alam eh.
Pero bakit ang taong bayan, marami pa rin naniniwala kay Noynoy? Bobo kaya ang Pilipino? Kaya, is it true? I mean, are there more of them? Because the newspapers, also the very same medium that you belong to, are saying that many of them, based on the false surveys, well, I call them false surveys, they're saying marami pa rin the trust and confidence into the president is extremely high. I mean, bobo kaya yung Pilipino?
Well, dalawa yun, no? Number one is related to the bobo, and this is ignorance. I talk to a lot of people. Even yesterday, I went to the gym, I talked to the guy there in charge.
I do the same. I talk to people in sa palengke.
So I asked him, sabi ko, masaya ka ba kay Pinoy? Sabi niya, sir, hindi masyado, meron namang konti. So sabi ko, ano yung nagawa niya? Hindi niya maisip. Sabi ko, napakahirap isipin pag wala talaga, no? I mean, di ba? Yung nahirap, sabi ko, ano yung nagawa? Di ba?
Buti ka pa, may nakakausap ka na pro-Pinoy. Ako, wala pa ako nakakausap sa palengke.
Hindi, yun nga yun nga ignorance. And then the other one, okay, this is my suspicion. Okay. The reason why the approval rating of Pinoy is relatively high is because of the conditional cash transfer.
Ayun.
Remember, we're reaching now 40, 50 billion per year. Ang dami nun, di ba? Di syempre, masaya yung masa doon dahil nakakatikim sila ng ganyan eh. And
if they're even really receiving it, I have my doubts.
May issue pa doon, nagkakaroon ng double entry.
Double entry. Si Soliven, hindi makasagot eh.
So, anyway, well, pag natapos yung term ni President Aquino, sigurado ko maraming mayayaman dyan na members ng cabinet. Sigurado ka doon. Dahil na lang yun sa Department of National Defense, the Commission on Audit already disallowed the total contract worth 24 billion. Dinisallow. This includes the 12 fighter jets that they bought from South Korea.
Tinigil na ba yun?
May notice of disallowance. That's about 18.9 billion. And that's, South Korea is well known for giving commissions. No? Hindi sila stricto dyan sa mga, unlike the other countries. And of all countries in the world, you can buy fighter jets, di ba? You can buy it from North America, you can buy it in Europe.
Israel.
I mean, why buy it from South Korea? And the question there is, why fighter jets?
Hindi naman natin kailangan.
With the Yolanda thing, what we need is the Hercules C-130.
Yung malalaking aeroplano.
Yung transport.
Transport.
And the Hercules is cheaper.
By far.
Than the
I saw that. I read that
phase.
argument, yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have this issue, no? With the 21 helicopters.
Palpak talaga. But they took the media up. 7 of them were flying. I was waiting for it to fall. Rick, we're at the end of the program. A quick 15-second message.
Well, I'm just counting the days. We have 11 months and less than 2 weeks to go. And I think we survived the last 5 years. So, I think it will be soon over with this president. And I think this country will be far better without him.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as an ending spiel, I think the president has become a clear and present danger to himself, to his country, and to all of us. To wait and to be patient with the 11 months to go, I think, is the wrong decision on a personal basis. Simply because every action, every decision, I mean, just the BBL alone, it's not only extremely divisive, it's just ridiculous. The other day, we celebrated a holiday for the Muslims who are less than 5% of the whole country. I propose that we celebrate every Protestant faith, their holidays. Let's have a Brother Mike holiday, a Jesus is Lord holiday, a Quibuloy holiday, Oras ng Himala holiday. Jesus, let's have a Harry holiday. Why not? Government is for making the people happy. To make the people happy, let's not make them work. Let's just pay them. Kawawa naman ang economics nitong strategy nito. Then again, right there. Our topic says a lot by itself. Now, it's up to you to believe it or not. But I say to you, liar, liar, pants on fire. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
You are what you watch.